YouTube, what's going on? Horse Racing Gamer here. Welcome back to Gallop Racer 2003. This is date 28 on the series. We had a really solid episode, I thought, last time out. I thought we achieved pretty much what we needed to do. Today, we want to get through another year. And our focus is going to be to retire Perfect Partner sometime in April for breeding. Which means the only horses we'll be racing after she retires will be Undercover Agent and then when Black Minx, once it's ready to race in the summer of this year. So it'll kind of be probably a quick year, I would imagine, because like I said, we're only going to have 2 horses and one of them we can't even race until halfway through the year. So I think it'll be a quick year because, again, I really want to get to that foal of Crimson Art and Perfect Partner, which we'll still have a little bit until we can race that, but it's fine. Perfect Partner, she's up into G3. She's not the favorite, actually. Keep in mind, though, she was going to peak quick. She is 4 years old now. But again, we'll race her as much as we can between now and April. That way we can try to get as much success with her as possible, and then we'll retire her. I'm sure some people would be like, oh, I'm going to keep her. You know, why wouldn't you want to keep her long term? Well, it's like, she's not going to be able to race that long. She'll peak early. And again, we can't even put her in many grade 1, so there's really no reason to keep her beyond her max, you know. Like, once she hits her peak, that should be it, because she's not going to be able to do anything else. She can't race in grade 1s anyway, so we're kind of stuck with what we got with her. Which is fine, you know what I mean? I'm just glad I was able to acquire her and we've been able to get some wins. I think that's what's important. I don't think it's really a worry that we've had to use her kind of quick, you know. That's just the cards we were dealt. Now this inside lane is free, so I'm just going to keep her behind this horse. And then we will duck down to the inside. Now the 13 is already rolling. You are going pretty early, my friend. Holy cow. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. Now we're going to get her going. Here we go. Inside trip. Do we have the space? We get a Rebel. I hope we're not blocked. I think we have the space. I can't tell. We do have the space, but it's weird. It's really weird right now. I think we kind of got screwed. Yeah, maybe we don't have the space. I thought the inside was free. Is it? That was weird. That was really weird. That didn't go 12th. Yeah. That was an awful race. Stretch D. Everything else was double S. The irony. I felt like we really couldn't. I mean, we could get past the one horse, but just she felt stuck. She felt very stuck. Like I couldn't do anything. I was hoping we could just go up the inside and that gap was going to be free. Clearly it wasn't, so that's a little bit annoying. But it is what it is. That'll happen in this game from time to time. Racer in this grade 3. So yeah, you just kind of wish that didn't happen, but it is what it is. Yeah, the inside really doesn't work for her all the time, right? Not unless I'm lucky. Yeah, the inside really doesn't work for her all the time. I think we have to get lucky with the right race and, you know, not have horses in the way. Otherwise, it's probably better for me to keep her on the outside in those conditions. Anyway, she's up in a grade 3. We are the favorite. We should win here today. We really could have won that last race. Granted, it was a tougher field, but she should win this. And yeah, get back to winning form with her, most importantly. It's a good start. Good start. And yeah. I'm going to keep her to the outside, like I said. I don't think it'll benefit us to be on the inside here. Now, she's preserving a lot of stamina. That's by design. So I'm hoping to kind of just keep her right here. Free. Alright. That's pretty good. Now I got to get her rolling. Coming from a long way back. Long way back here. Ah, she's not really catching them, though. Not really. What is happening? I mean, she was supposed to peak early. Maybe she's already done. Yeah, too little, too late. She still wasn't able to get up there in time. I wonder if I'm starting her too late. You know what I mean? Which is weird. I've started her later than that and we've won a race. We were supposed to win that. Ugh, feeling, yeah. I didn't like how I didn't like really how that race went at all. So it's 2 bad races in a row. I will just leave that up to. I will say that it'll be driver or jockey error. But yeah, those were 2 weird races. I just feel like we weren't really in good spots to do what I wanted to do. So we're gonna go again with her as soon as we can. Oops. 6 furlong, grade 3. Yeah, that's all we can really do. Yeah, it's strange because again, I feel like, yeah, the field wasn't great in that race. I didn't really like how things felt. I didn't like where we were, but undercover agent expected to finish 4th here today. Very competitive field, so anybody can win this race, but we know what to do with him, so let's try to keep him out in front and go gate the wire. But yeah, perfect partner, I'm not sure. Those are 2 weird races to me. 2 really weird ones where just felt like things just weren't really in our favor. And yeah, I can't imagine if I went sooner it would have really made a difference. Maybe it could have, I don't know. But I'm not a firm believer of that just yet. It's like certain races I know, like, oh, I should have went sooner or I should have waited. But that's a race where I don't know if going sooner would have really made a huge difference. I just felt like she was still struggling. But we were the favorite, which means we were supposed to win. But it still felt a little off, to be honest with you. So it is what it is. I'll try to get back with her in the next race. You know, we got to keep him ahead. Keep forgetting. Cannot afford to be behind anybody. Okay, here we go. Undercover agent. He's still out in front. Furlong and a half left to go. He's still staying out in front. The 11 is coming. Ah, with him too much, but he's still out in front. He's still staying here. Oh, we're going to win this race. Undercover agent. He's actually going to pull away. The 11 tried to mount a challenge. It failed. Challenge denied by undercover agent. 2nd win in a row. Let's go, man. That is awesome. Gate the wire with this horse, and he stays out in front. That is strong. That's solid. Another good win for undercover agent. I'll take it, man. Yeah. Supposed to finish 5th. We finished 1st. Stretch was S. So, yeah. Again, I really want to get my stuff together with perfect partner. I don't want to have those 2 results be a reflection of what she's capable of when I know she's better than that. We've seen she's better than that, clearly. She's up again here today, but before that, let's put undercover agent in another race. Anything special he can run in? No. I have to put him back in an open. That's fine. Hey, his speed could actually reach 80. That'd be pretty nice. That happened. Alright, perfect partner. Let's try to redeem ourselves. Those were 2 bad races. I gotta get her settled early, for sure. If I don't get her settled early, I feel like we run the risk of not being in a position to win. We're still not the favorite, so I definitely think she's on the decline. Lost Saint is in this race, so is Main Asset. So what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna do... I'm going to do an exacta with us and Lost Saint. So that's the 10 and the 5 in an exacta box. I hope we can finish up there with Lost Saint. We should. We really should try to finish up there. I'll do that. We have plenty of money, so let's just go out and do it. Get her comfortable early, get her settled, and then... Perfect start. Well, that's good. Okay. Yeah. She needs more stamina for sure. I feel like we've been lacking the stamina with her the last couple of races, so... Again, the inside is not open. Like, it's just too many horses down there. So I think I have to keep her where she's at. You know? Now I'm gonna roll her up right now. I don't know what's gonna free up. Oh, this is not good. I might be going too late, honestly. I might be going way too late. We're not going to get the win, that's for sure. I guess I got to go even sooner. I swear the gaps don't look as long as they do to me. They really don't. Yeah, it's weird. I feel like she's lagging at the back more than she used to. Stretch D again. It just seems like she's lagging much more at the back than previously. And again, she is on the decline. I've raced her like that and we've won, but it's not working now. So clearly I need to adjust. That's another bad result. You recommend speed training? I don't really care. I'm just kind of going to do my thing here. So perfect partner, yeah. We've kind of... Race her again. Yeah, she's definitely on the decline, so... Royal Cup, that'll be a good test. Definitely got to put her in a much better position there. I haven't been doing that, so... It's the only thing I can do. The only thing I could do is get her going sooner. It's just... Yeah. Sometimes that's worked, and other times, clearly, it... Very strange, but... That's the only adjustment I can really think to make with her. I don't think there's much else to do. So again, she's always going to have solid odds. She's a great horse. She's not expected to win. Laughing Hawk is in this race. That's going to be a tough horse to beat as usual. Laughing Hawk is 6. Yeah, finally that horse is getting up there. 2 more years and it'll be retired. But don't they just spawn back into the game? It's like, what's the point? They just spawn back in. Alright. Let's try to actually do much better here. Winning this would be great, because having a G1 win would be awesome. I would legitimately retire her after this race if we could win. All right, let's just get to the gate, and I think what I actually need to do is keep her closer to the front. I know she's a closer, but I definitely noticed I've kept her way too far back. I think I need to be a little bit better at keeping her closer towards the front. And I have no idea what these horses are doing, like. No idea. Yeah, I'm gonna keep her closer to the front. That could probably help us. I think I've been giving her too much ground to cover. Ah, crap. I thought we were ahead of that horse. Did not mean to do that. Like, there's nowhere for me to go. Nothing is happening. Okay, now the gap is free. Now we're gonna punch through. Rebo, perfect. This is our race. Oh, there we go. There it is. She's so fast, man. It is scary. And she smokes them in the Royal Cup. She smokes them. Yeah, so I had her too far back. I figured it out. I don't need anybody criticizing me in the comments. I figured it out. I just had her too far back, and it was too much to overcome. That's my fault. I slept a little bit. I've woken up, and we get her the G1 win. Yes! Oh, her speed is amazing, man. I would still love to continue racing her, but, like, literally. That's it. That's all she needs to do. Breeding season is literally about to happen in the next 60 seconds. That's all she needs, man. That's all she needs. I didn't mean to take a picture there, but you know what? Whatever. That's fine. That's not the picture I wanted. It doesn't really matter. 108 and 6. She wins that by 6 lengths. Laughing Hawk was nowhere in sight. Let's freaking go. Perfect partner. What a filly, man. What an absolute filly. Gets a G1. I mean, she's essentially she's achieved everything she's needed to. She was going to peak early. She was only really going to be good for a year and a half tops, maybe 2 years if you push her to that. She's won in every category. She's really achieved everything a racehorse needs to achieve. She's just done it in a very quick time. Like, oh my gosh. Yes, she got the G1. Like, I could race her for the rest of the year. I just don't want to do that. I can get her in one more race before she retires. But honestly, what's really the point? Running her in an open that we could have a handicap with? Or a grade 3? I could do a grade 3, maybe. It's 1 furlong longer than her distance. Or a grade 2. Actually, I think I'm going to do a grade 2 with her. I'll do this last grade 2. And then we'll retire her and use her for breeding. And then that'll be it for her. So yeah, good stuff. Good stuff. That's all I needed. And honestly, it works out better that way. When I wanted to buy a filly in the market, that's really all I wanted to do. race her really well, really quickly, and then retire her like within a year and a half to 2 years. So that actually works out perfectly to my original plan. And we are the second favorite. Rude Angel is technically the favorite. I could bet on myself, but our odds are so low. We'll only win $2,000. I don't feel like doing that. I have it figured out with Undercover Agent. We just got to keep him in front, gate to wire. And if we do that, he should be able to maintain and keep the lead. So yeah, let's go ahead and run with him. Let's try to get another win. Here we go. Can't believe he's already won a grade 1, man. That's awesome. That's really awesome. Alright. Okay, this should be good. I want to make sure no horses pass us. I don't think we can afford that at all. I think we have to make sure we keep him ahead of the field. And we burnt through quite a bit of stamina there, but this should be okay. If he stays right here, he should be comfortable. Okay, don't lose the lead. Don't lose the lead. Just stay ahead by a little bit. There we go. Alright. A little bit tricky navigating his speed so far, but I think we're in the sweet spot. Okay, field is coming. Don't do that. Don't do that. Stop trying to challenge me. Yeah, he just has to stay in the lead, essentially, from the beginning of the race till the end of it. If we can do that with him, he seems to be okay. Gotta keep him in front here. 3 is coming. Still rolling here with Undercover Agent. Another revolution. Oh, let's go. Let's make this 3 for 3. 3 wins in a row for Undercover Agent. Wow. What a horse he's turning out to be. I mean, he is our best God Racer original so far. Absolutely blows this field apart. My goodness. What is that, 10 lengths? Wow. You talk about a horse that can just absolutely run with it. You keep him out there gate to wire. He is clear. Woo, woo. Wow. Undercover Agent. Good stuff. I'm so happy that we have an original 9 lengths. 9 freaking lengths. Blows that field out of the water. Well, whenever we can get him in another grade 1, I will. He's proven he can run it. He's won 1 already, so... Well, we're just going to continue to do our thing with him. Good stuff, Undercover Agent. My goodness. Just making steady progress? Yeah, and trust. I'm just going to continue to stick to this. I figure I probably need to test a little bit better manually to have that do better. New foal was born. Yay! Awesome. It's going to be our first foal from Ditsy Doo. And it's a healthy boy. Alright, let's see. Who gets the name today? I want to do... I think I've already done Flying Cowboy. Secret Keeper? Let's do Secret Keeper. I don't know whose name that is. This is under the category of, like, unknown. So if you did recommend this name, please let us know in the comment section below. But we're going to go with Secret Keeper here for this cult. This is from... I think this is Crimson Art's first foal, right? This is Crimson Art and Ditsy Doo. Yeah, this is Crimson Art and Ditsy Doo. I just thought about that. So, Secret Keeper. I like it. Awesome. And we will be breeding, again, with Crimson Art and Perfect Partner. We'll run her one more time, and then we'll retire her and breed. So this is Red Daisy, our filly, that we talked about earlier. She's looking pretty solid. 4-star discipline. She is from Best Hunter and Away She Goes. But our best original to date will be this beautiful cult here, Secret Keeper, from Crimson Art, out of Ditsy Doo. I cannot wait to see what his potential is going to be on track. Cannot absolutely wait. He should be a monster. So looking forward to that. But let's go ahead and get Perfect Partner's last race done. Undercover Agent already. Look at that. 70 staying. 81 braking, 80 power. He's looking fantastic already. So let's go ahead and see what's available for him on the dirt. Anything? Nothing worthwhile except for another open. Nagano. I kind of want to run him in that grade 2, to be honest. I'm not going for horse of the year. I could run him 11.5. I'd rather not. We'll run him in Nagano. Shorter distance, 8 furlongs. He should be able to do okay with that. So we're going to race here with Perfect Partner. This will be her last race in a grade 2. Then we'll retire her and breed her with Crimson Art. And cannot wait to see what that fall is going to be. OMG, man. So her last race. This is her send-off. And she is the favorite in this field. This should be really easy. I guess I'll bet on ourselves just for the heck of it. I'll do win, play, show as usual. The 9 horse. Yeah. She really was the perfect filly for the perfect situation. Like, everything pretty much went accordingly to how I wanted it to. Buy a filly in the market, race her really well, really quickly, win a lot for a year and a half, and then retire her for breeding. She really has helped us do that, so I think she deserves a round of applause here. Her send-off in this grade 2. Let's get the dub. Perfect start. Make it easy. It's a little bit annoying I lost those other races with her because I realized I just needed to keep her closer to the front. You know what I mean? And I failed in doing that, so yeah, I just kind of wish I was a little bit better about that, but it is what it is. Yeah, because those other races that I lost with her, it was just too much ground for her to cover. There's not enough momentum. This is perfect. Perfect positioning. This is exactly where I think she should be. Now, I don't know what's going to free up here. What are you doing? Stop that. Gosh, the AI are so obnoxious in this game. He literally just keeps copying me. Like, I go up and I've never seen them do that before. That's a little bit annoying. We got a long way to go here. Very long way. No Rebo. She's going to get blocked. Ah, man. This is going to be a... I don't know. This is going to be a really... Yeah, we're not going to get there in time, are we? That's kind of my fault. I didn't realize how far back we were. Again. Yep, that's my fault. She's just going to get there at the wire, but it's going to be too little too late. It's fine. Again, I was trying to overtake that horse to the inside of us that conveniently just kept doing what... That's hilarious, man. I wanted to overtake that horse, the 7 horse next to us, that continued to like follow me along, and then I couldn't get past it in time. Because I was going to move to the inside, get past that horse, and I was going to be right up there, maybe 3 lengths off the lead instead of being 7 or 8. That's annoying, but it is what it is. She's had a great career. We can retire her with only 12 meets, but I mean, she won a G1, and she has 7 wins. She earned over 35K. Early retirement. And she has the last spot, only B. Not really surprised. I mean, we only raced her so much. If we would have kept racing her and kept winning, I'm sure that would have been much higher. But I'm not upset. So classification is S, eval is B. That's still perfectly fine. So I'm not even upset about that. Let's go to breeding. Crimson Art. The stud. Perfect partner. The beautiful broodmare. Look at that stud fee, almost 10 Gs. So this should be an awesome horse. You look at the comparisons here. Anything that sticks out to me is that the horse should have great speed, great staying, great guts. That's pretty ideal to me. And the stamina should be above average, at least. Leg tight, we have Procedure and mid. So we shouldn't get a front runner. Thank goodness. That'll be glorious. To get a Procedure would be really nice. Because Crimson Art, I like his positioning. He always was able to stay close to the front. So I feel like we were able to win so many races like that. So hopefully we can get a horse with a Procedure leg type. Growth type is going to be interesting. Crimson Art was sustained. Perfect Partners early. So the foals we get from these two, they're probably still only going to be really competitive for maybe 3 years maximum. Which is fine. Let's do it. All right. Crimson Art and Perfect Partner. Success. Foal will be born next year. And that should be our Best Gallop Racer original to date. I'm hoping it'll be S ranked when it arrives. We'll see. And we still have an open slot to buy another horse if I wanted to. Quite frankly, I don't think I really need to. Unless I saw somebody I really... Not, of course, 8 ruler pops up now. But like, I'm probably not going to have enough to test for him. Yep. Position's off by 3 points, though. Huh. Well, yeah, I'm not going to buy a horse now. There's really no point. But Martial Bull... I kind of like this colt. He's average. He's pretty average. He has no abilities. He's fun to run with. But yeah, I think I'm just going to Flaring Arrow. This is a double S. 3-year-old colt. Terrible guts, temper, feel, health. Yeah, that's not worth it. I'm going to keep this slot open. I'm not even going to buy a horse. We're okay with Undercover Agent. Black Minx will be running later this summer. I'm going to keep this slot open because I think I might want to breed with get 2 foals in next year's breeding session. So I'll keep this slot open for the time being. Unless I can get Sedate Ruler before he leaves the market. I don't know when he'll disappear. If I can't get him, oh well. It's not like we haven't had him, you know. We haven't had him in this game, I should say. But that's really about it. So. Yeah, that's all. We'll keep the slot open. Because that means next year... Well, it depends. We might only be able to breed 1 horse now I think about it. Or breed 1 pair of horses. Because unless I plan on retiring Undercover Agents soon, which I don't think so, we'll only have space for 1, which is fine. This is a grade 2 Undercover Agent. He is the favorite, as he should be. And let's try to get another win for him, man. He is on a roll so far. He looks great. Let's go check him out here in the paddock. Raining conditions here. He looks good. He looks ready to roll. Let's try to get another W with him. Alright, here we go. Perfect start. I don't know how I'm getting these. I really don't. I think I've just kind of figured it out. I just kind of like just have my rhythm together. I have to make sure I keep him in front. I forget. Can't afford to have any other horse in front of him. It could ruin his race. Oh my goodness. It's just us and the 1 horse just running away. Alright, let's slow down just a little bit. Alright. I mean, look at the rest of the field. They're so far behind. Oh my goodness. I hope this is still going to work out for us. I hope, like, now they're catching up. Whoever's going to try to challenge me, I am not going to allow you to do so. We're still good. Still looking really good here. Here comes the 1. You're trying. I know you're trying. Keep him ahead. I got to keep him ahead. I cannot afford to have that horse get ahead of us. Here we go. Still rolling. Revolution, as always. Undercover Agent. He is really turning out to be a solid horse. Is the 1 still with us? The 1 is still with us, but I think Undercover Agent is going to pull away. It always scares me when I see those markers move up. Undercover Agent. Oh my goodness, man. Wow. It's so rewarding to have a Gallop Racer original that can do that, man. Again, he's from Best Hunter out of our Gallop Racer original Follow Her Lead. I knew her results were going to matter for breeding. I told you guys like how consistently we ran with Follow Her Lead and the results that we had with her. I told you it was gonna help for breeding. It has. Another grade 2 there for Undercover Agent. He wins by 6 lengths. Blows the second favorite out of the water. Again, that's as easy as it gets with him, man. I'm so happy. I really am. I was expecting him to be a good horse as far as his stats were concerned, and I was hoping he would be able to be similar and consistent to Follow Her Lead, and he really is. I feel like I'm racing on a much better version of Follow Her Lead. An Undercover Agent, he is getting it done, man. His speed could reach 80. That'd be fantastic. I think our training regiment with him is really nice. That's 4. I think that's 4 wins in a row. I'm pretty sure it is. Let's go ahead and check and verify. That's 5 wins in a row with Undercover Agent. 5 wins. Yeah, we have it figured out with him. All right. Let's see. Golden Derby. That's on turf. Boo. Any G1s next month? Ugh. Just grade 3s. Well, we'll run him in this Unicorn grade 3. It's fine. It still counts. That's really all there is to do. Like I said, we're going to get through this year quickly. We may be able to see that foal born by the end of this video. I'm going to try to get there. Last month of preparation, just in trust training. I'm just going to stick with that. I want to see what the stats turn out to be. Of course, if I did the other training sessions, could have been better. So this is our first horse that finally doesn't have to be in the lead. That'll be nice. Stamina's not good. In fact, the stats are average, but like a little bit below average. As expected. Black Minx. Who does he come from? Black Minx comes from Indian Tiger, and away she goes. So yeah. He's here. He is ready to roll. He does have strong heart. Comeback not good. Rough track okay. So, and he doesn't want to be in the lead. That's fantastic. Only 8 to 10 furlongs on the dirt, so he's a little bit limited, but that's fine. We can work with that. Of course, we'll have to run him in that turf race until the end of the year. The same as we've been doing. I have no expectations with Black Minx. And watch, he ends up being like Indian Tiger. I had no expectations with Black Minx's father. Indian Tiger won a grade 1. Who knows what Black Minx will do? We'll see. Undercover Agent's up in a grade 3. Again, we are the favorite, as we should be. And I feel like I'm in a rhythm with him. So, I'm going to continue to do what we've been doing with him. And try to get another win. It's really about as simple as that, man. Alright. Here we go. No perfect start that time. That's okay. So we're going to push, 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 push. He's struggling to get to the front, but I think we finally got him there. Alright. That took a little bit, didn't it? That took quite a bit of time. Okay, stay in front, stay in front, stay in front, stay in front. Okay, this should be good here. I think he's settled in. 7's going to try to challenge us. Gil, go away. Why are they doing this, man? It is so annoying. Like, go away. Seriously. Go away. Please. Okay, keep him in front. Keep him in front. Get him going now. Get him going now. Rebo? No, Rebo. The one is staying with us, but this always happens. I wonder if Undercover Agent can pull away. He's pulling away. It happens every time. It feels like he's going to get threatened, and then he doesn't. He walks away with it. Talk about a horse, man. Looks like he's going to be challenged. He is rejecting every and each challenger that dares to approach him within a length, and he walks away from it. He rejects all the challengers, man. They try, and he's like, nah, not happening. You do get an E for effort, though. That's always important. Another win for Undercover Agent. Again. That's 6 wins in a row with him, man. Gotta get him in some G1s. They're just not available right now. He's building a really good resume for breeding. Awesome stuff. So happy with that, man. I'm surprised he's still ranked C, though. Wasn't his speed like at 75 and his staying was at 70? Now that's dropped? Why? Has he already peaked? Well, I'm sure he's going to peak quickly like most of my originals. Whatever, man. As long as he's winning, I really don't care. Any G1s, man? Anything next month? No. There's just no grade 1s to really run them in. That's kind of unfortunate. Oh, I lied. The Tokyo Derby's next month. There we go. Alright, cool. So at least he's set for that. Black Minx will be up, but we're already heading... Ooh, actually, you know what? Let's do some upgrading. I forgot. We have quite a bit of money. Walking path. Let's extend. Oh, look at that. Look at our training facility. Now, what's next for us? A poly track. What is this? Makes training less tiring. Okay, and then fiber sand makes training less tiring. So 2 things that do literally the same thing. What is the point? This game is so weird, man. Like, what is really the point? Oh, yeah, whatever, dude. Alright, let's go next month. And we'll do some saving here. Undercover Agent, he's already up there for 3-year-old dirt horses, as he should be. And this game makes no sense. If you actually do the races on the path, then like it doesn't recognize those victories. But if you go off the path and you win, then it's like, oh, we see you now for this. It doesn't make any sense. It makes 0 sense. Like, you could be on the path to get a title, a horse title, and the game doesn't really take it into consideration. It ranks you way lower. And then you stay off the path, then it wants to rank you high. Like, it just makes 0 sense. But whatever. I don't even care. Like, I'm over that. I figure we'll get Horse of the Year whenever we do. I'm not even going to worry about it because this game doesn't really make sense. Not for me. Maybe other people have better success with that. He's in a grade 1. He's the favorite. And there's not a single horse in this field I'm worried about. I thought I saw Sedate Ruler. That's Sedate Knight. I'm not worried about that horse. I'm not worried about anybody. I would bet. I will. We're the 2. Yeah, let's continue. I want to hit some exotic bets. That's where we get the big payoffs, and that would help for upgrading the facilities. It's 200 Gs. That's going to take a while to get there. That's a lot of money to need to upgrade our facilities to make training less tiring. But it's a grade 1. Let's make it 2 grade 1s for Undercover Agent. We got to. If I keep him out in front, gate the wire, hopefully he'll be able to hold off. And I'm hoping that the pace isn't going to be fast. I'm hoping we can maintain his stamina. Here we go. Undercover Agent. He's ready to rock and roll here. What a great colt he's turning out to be, man. Way better than I thought. Like, I know he was going to be solid. I knew he was going to be our best original today, but he is exceeding my expectations. And Crimson Art has the record here. Isn't that something? Oh, bad start. That's okay. We're going to have to work probably quite a bit. Have to work quite a bit, and we get him to the front. Almost. Not quite. All right, now he's at the front. All right. Burnt a lot of stamina there. Way more than I would have wanted, but I think this is okay. Yeah, this is perfect, actually. Yep. Oh, thank goodness. Because I felt if we kept running him that fast at that point, I would have really burnt through a lot of stamina. So I'm glad we got him settled pretty quickly after that. Maintain this lead, man. Now, they're going to try to challenge us again. Challenge denied. I have to keep him in front. That's all I have to do. When in doubt, I just have to keep this horse in front, gate the wire. As long as I can do that, he should be okay. Now, his stamina is dropping a little bit more than I would want, so I'm a little bit worried. But, the other horses, they're going to have a much harder time trying to catch up on this track, so we should still be okay, actually. Okay, let's get him going now. Here we go. No, Rebo. This is going to be tough. He's still fighting in there. Undercover Agent. It's going to be really tough to catch him, man. He really is able to maintain himself in the stretch. We have half a furlong left to go. They're trying. They're trying. The 10 is trying. It's not going to be enough. Undercover Agent gets a second grade 1 win for us. What a Gallop Racer original he is turning out to be. Keep him out in front and he stays out in front. Wow. He is a horse that does not want anybody in front of him, clearly. That's his running style. He wants to be leading at all times. He doesn't want to be behind anybody. He doesn't want to see another horse. Tunnel vision. Literally the definition of tunnel vision. He just sets it and then he goes, man. What a horse. Another grade 1 win. Fantastic stuff. So happy. Like, genuinely so happy, man. That is great stuff, man. What a win. What a win on Undercover Agent. They cut me off. It's fine. The horse is what matters anyways. That's actually a beautiful shot at the horse. People don't need to see me. Another easy win, man. Another easy win. 10 Gs on our bets. Cool. Good payoff. Yeah, I wasn't expecting him to be this good. I really wasn't. Like, I had a feeling we could win a grade 1 with him just based off of his parents' pedigree, but, like, that was it. I really didn't think he would be like this, where as long as I keep him out in front, he just stays in front. It's really easy, actually. It's really easy with him. I am blessed to have a horse that we can do that with. And he's still only ranked C. That doesn't make sense. Now, speed is dropping, so I'm assuming he hit his peak quickly. Who cares, though? He's already got 2 G1s. I could retire him right now, and he'd probably have a solid breeding eval and classification rating already. But, again, we'll keep him going until I feel like there's no need. We can run him in the grade 3 Mercury. I'd prefer to get him in another... Ooh, Long Beach. He won't be ready for that, though. He'll be in the green. Yeah, I still want to keep him in the blue. I don't want to run him when he's not 100%. So let's see if we can put him in another grade 1, even if we have to wait a little bit. Let's see. We can run him in the music stakes or the fur. So there are a couple grade 1s for him. And the Osaka Derby in September. September is stacked with races to put him in. Oh boy, let's see. Well, actually, this one would be more important to race in, so I'll race him in there. Now it's time for Black Minx to make his debut. This is the horse we'll be racing next. I mean, really average at best. I don't expect much out of Black Minx. Has strong heart, wants to be tucked in with the leaders, doesn't have to be leading, so that's kind of nice. That may help us, actually. That could help us, so here we go. Alright, Black Minx makes his debut here, and he's a long shot. He's a turf horse. It's the same thing we have to do every year with our horses, because they're all dirt horses. But let's go ahead and look at him. Just got the purple shadow roll, just decided to keep it simple with him. Yeah, let's see how he does. Yeah, we should definitely be able to get to breeding in this episode. This year is going by really quick. And again, it's nice I actually don't have to worry about putting him in the lead. Now, he doesn't still need to be at the front. Okay. Pretty good. I like where we're at, actually. Again, this really works out for us. I think he should have a lot of stamina left at the end of the race. Not having to lead. We can just kind of keep him here. Still okay. We're still okay. Now we're going to get him rolling. That horse got blocked. That's unfortunate. He's got plenty of stamina, which is good. He's trying, man. He's trying his hardest. Trying his hardest. He's still fighting. He's still fighting. Not going to come in last. That's actually that's a great effort, man. That's a great effort. I'll take it. I think on dirt he'll be a lot better. So... We're supposed to finish 9th. Stretch wasn't great. Whatever. Could have maybe went a little bit earlier. It's fine. He's a dirt horse anyway, so nothing to even really worry about. Alright. Let's get him in another race here. It's going to be another turf race. That's all we can do with these horses. Imagine running him in a grade... You know what? Why... Oh! There's actually a grade 1 in the dirt, finally. You mean to tell me I could have been checking those special races and I could have been putting all of my originals in those races as opposed to waiting till December? I clearly wasn't thinking. I don't know why I never checked those other races. So there's no racing for 3 months. We're just going to skip months. Skip all the way to September. Wow, I cannot believe I've been missing out on opportunities. I totally forgot. With my 2-year-olds. Totally forgot I could have been putting them in those races. It's fine. No big deal, man. Alright, we're up in the first stakes here with Undercover Agents. A short field of 10. We're the long shot here. I wonder if this is a counter sedate rulers in this field. I'm definitely going to bet on him. I wonder why we're the long shot. That's interesting. Horse data. Horse data. 8 to 12 on the dirt. Distance and course match up. His speed is dropping. He definitely peaked quickly. That's fine. He's won 2 grade 2. I mean, 2 grade 1s. He has won a grade 2. Yeah, I wonder if this track is clockwise. I'm gonna bet on Sedate Ruler for sure. Like, win play show with Sedate. I guess I'll be able to retire him pretty early. Of course, I'm gonna keep racing him just because he's our best horse right now. And he'll still help us win money, which will be nice to have. I mean, if he started doing really bad, then I would retire him. But until he hits that point, like, I'm not gonna act prematurely. Not yet. Again, he's another horse that has already achieved more than I expected. He's already got 2 grade 1s under his belt. I mean, for breeding, that's fine. You know what I mean? Like, there's not much else I need to do. Ah, this is clockwise. Makes sense. Got it. I mean, he's won on a clockwise track, I think, several times, though. That's what's weird about it. It's not like he hasn't won on a clockwise track. I just noticed we're gonna have to stay ahead of Sedate Ruler. That's a tall task to ask, man. Yeah, we're gonna have to stay ahead of Sedate Ruler, which we are. Where is Sedate? There he is. Just gotta keep this horse in front, man. Can't afford to let anybody else get past him. Stay ahead, stay ahead, stay ahead, stay ahead. I feel like Sedate Ruler is just gonna smoke us in the stretch, man. Okay, we'll get him going now. No Rebo. Well, Sedate Ruler's not coming. The 4 is just going to fly past us, and that's fine. And now here comes the drop-off. Yeah, so this is a track he would not want to race on, counterclockwise. But like I said, we've won races on this type of track. That's the weird thing. Or does he like counterclock? I can't remember. I'll have to look again. Wow, Absurd Dream sets the record. Sedate Ruler was the 2nd favorite, and I only finished 5th. Stretch was double S, though, so I did as best as I could. Yeah, I'm just curious if we were the long shot in that field. Have to look at Southpaw again. But again, I feel like we've won races on all sorts of tracks with him. Counterclockwise and clockwise, so... a little bit strange. Let's go to help. Let's go to abilities. Southpaw, where are you? I passed it. Races well on counterclockwise. Yeah, that means that track should have been a good one for him. I don't understand why we were... Yeah, that's weird. Maybe just those field of horses were just too tough for him. It's about the only thing I can really guess. I'm not upset, honestly. It's fine. See when he's ready to roll again. We can put him in the World Classic in Chicago. 5,100 to win this race. Yeah, I just wonder if these type of races are just too tough for him. You know what I mean? It's the only thing I can really think about. Just might not be ideal for him and his stats. Granted, his stats are dropping, so that clearly means he's already hit his peak. It's kind of hard to tell with originals because once you acquire them and you're able to race with them, it doesn't really tell you the growth type anymore. It's only after you've completed training that it says, oh, this is going to be a late bloomer. Oh, this horse is going to peak early. So Black Minx is up and big long shot here on the dirt. His stats aren't good enough for him to even be a grade 1 horse. But if we could beat one horse today, that'd be fantastic. Yeah, if we could beat one horse, that would be awesome. I just want to see where he would be. It's fine. I'm not going to put him in any more grade 1s. After this, let's just race. Didn't even see the start meter pop up, but okay. Alright. He gets to the front pretty quickly, though. That's a good thing. I don't really have to do too much. So his braking... It's so weird. His braking stat isn't even that good, but he brakes well. And then other horses that have had much better braking, it's taken them a while. Like Ditsy Do, for example. She's had great braking. 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 She's had But it took her forever to kind of get to the front the way I wanted her to. You know what I mean? Which is weird. This horse, not really good braking, and he gets to the front pretty quickly. So, there's another one of those things in the game that doesn't make any sense. And we have plenty of stamina. We're doing good with our stamina. So, I'd be... If we could somehow find a way to make a serious run here, that'd be great. Now, this inside is free. Here we go. Strong Heart with Black Minx. It's just a grade 1, man. Just want to see how much you can fight. Like I said, if he can beat any horses in this field, that would be great. Don't think it's going to happen, though. He has plenty of stamina. It's just there's not much for him to do. Still going to beat a horse. He doesn't come in last, despite the fact that he should have. That's okay. The heart is there, and that's all that matters. Desert Onyx setting the record. Fair enough. Stretch was S. Yeah. We've been getting good stretch ratings with him. I'm doing as much as I can. Just clearly outclassed. But I will take a horse with heart any day, man. So that's solid. Alright. Now let's settle him for opens, as he should, with Black Minx. I think I can wait till December now. Anything else is not going to be worth running, so wait to put him in this open. That'll be his first really solid test. Alright. Any more races this month, actually? Yep. Undercover Agent is going to be up. Is this another grade 1? I can't remember what we did with him. It is. We're probably going to be the long shot again. Now we have better odds. Like, this game makes no sense. Sedate Ruler's in this field. I bet on him last time. He didn't win me squat, but I'm still going to bet on him again. Sedate Ruler is the 8 horse. I'm just going to do a win bet. If he doesn't win, then there's no point. We have better odds here today, which means if we can run this race properly, we could have a chance to hold them off. I mean, we actually, well, we were able to hold them off for a while in that other race. All right, let's get to it with Undercover Agent. All right, so good start. Let's get him out. There's Sedate Ruler. It's going to challenge us. Gotta stay ahead, though. Got to stay ahead here. Alright, good. Fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back, fall back. Fall back. Now, that was quite a bit of stamina we used, so I hope that doesn't come back to bite us in the butt, but we'll see. Alright. We'll see. I'll keep him here. Sedate Ruler's right there, as he should be. Like I said, we have better odds here today, so we might have a chance to finish pretty high up if we can do things right. Just gotta keep them ahead, man. That's all. They're really trying to challenge me. Go away. Please go away. It's easier for them to keep their top speed at the front for a little bit longer. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. I don't know what we're going to be able to do. We'll see, though. Here we go. 7's going to try to challenge us. No Revo. And the field is coming. We're whipped. Let's see if he can still maintain it. 7's going to fly past. Here comes Sedate Ruler. He's not doing bad, though. He's still holding in there. Still holding in. We're sitting 5th. That's going to be 5th. That's fine. That's fine. We weren't supposed to be anywhere near those horses. That's fine. That's a solid effort from Undercover Agent. I'm not mad at all. I was going to say mad at it at all. And these horses just keep setting records. We're supposed to finish 9th. That's on the stretch. Sedate Ruler's still weird. Sedate Ruler, not as dominant in this game as the other titles. Interesting. Because he's not winning. He's really not. He's not dominating. Yeah, it's funny how the games differ with that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure his stats are still dropping, right? 73, yeah. He definitely peaked. So we're just going to continue to kind of run him for the time being. I figure we can get him in one more race. We can do the... Well, actually 2 more. We can do the Independence. And then we'll do 1 more after that. That'll be the end of the year for him. So yeah. Undercover Agent. Like I said, he's already accomplished more than what I expected. So there's really nothing else to do with him except just continue to try to get good results that build a better breeding resume. That's about it. Better odds here today, though. Much better, actually. Could win this race. Sedate Ruler in this... You know, I bet on this horse twice. 3rd time's a charm. I'm kind of over it. I don't even want to waste the money anymore. Yeah. I'm just going to see if we can just win this. That is ideal. That's the goal. That's what I'm aiming for. Aiming for another... This would be a 3rd grade 1 win if we can manage it. The Undercover Agents. He is on the decline, though, so it's still going to be harder. It's going to be harder to get a win, but we'll still try. Okay. Going to keep him ahead of Sedate Ruler. Very good. All right. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Slow down, please. Slow down, please. All right, good. And we're leading by quite a bit, but I mean, he's in a good field and he's not using that much stamina. So this actually works out. If we can win this race, that would be awesome, man. Yeah, he is comfortably out front. No, they are starting to creep up a little bit, but I'm just going to be mindful. I'm not going to panic yet. Yeah, this is fine. Still out front. Still leading by a very comfortable margin here. This is pretty ideal. If we can't really win this, that would be a shame. Because this race can't really go any more perfect than what it has. Again, gotta make sure he stays out front. Time to dig in now. Time to dig in. Rebo. No Rebo, that's surprising. Sedate Ruler's coming though. Come on, Undercover. Can you hold him off? I don't know if he can hold off Sedate. Sedate Ruler is coming, and there he goes. Undercover Agent and Sedate Ruler battling. Sedate Ruler is getting past. This is going to be close. I think Sedate just got us. He had to have. What a close race. Undercover Agent battling neck and neck with Sedate Ruler. That's crazy, bro. I think Sedate just got us at the wire for sure. Yep, just got us. Oh, what a race. That's still a great effort from Undercover Agent, man. And of course, Sedate Ruler wins when I don't bet on him now. Of course. Wow. So close, man. Really so close. That was a great effort. Great effort for Undercover. So, great effort. Still a really good result. And it still helps for breeding, so... I'm not upset. I can't be. I really can't. So, yeah, like I said, he's already peaked, so we could retire him now if we wanted, but no need to. Like, he's still doing pretty well for us. If I run him in that Tokyo Cup while he's in the green, that may not go according to plan, but he's already on the decline. I will definitely probably retire him early next year, so might as well. Because maybe there will be different horses in that field. So 2 more races, and then again, I do at least want to get to breeding. I can retire Undercover Agent any day. I'm just kind of waiting. Black Minx. First time on the dirt, the long shot. How disappointing. Well, let's just see what we can do. Yeah, no expectations with this horse. Not really a good horse, statistically speaking. First crop from Indian Tiger, and maybe the only one, to be honest. Yeah, can I get through here, please? Thank you. Alright, this is fine. I forgot what ability he has. This is pretty good right here. Yeah, we don't really have a chance here today, supposedly, so we'll see what we can do with him. Good stamina, though. A lot of stamina still left, actually. Now I'm going to get him rolling here. Horse is just going to shoot that gap right in front of us, of course. No Revo. Grind. Let's see what he can do. Ah, overwhipped. It's still tricky. Well, for a horse that was supposed to not finish anywhere near the top, not a terrible result. That's fine. Yeah, I don't know what Black Minx is going to be able to do. Again, this might be another one of those originals that just doesn't really do too much. Double S on the stretch, though. So, did the best I could. That's all I can really do. The horse just doesn't have much kick. Much of anything, really. It's just kind of there. But it's fine. Hopefully we'll get a win with it. One day. Alright, let's go to this Tokyo Cup. This could be the last race for Undercover Agent. He is on the decline, and his stats have dropped quite substantially. So it might be smart just to retire him after this anyways. It's been fun, though. It's been a fun year and a half. Better odds, though. Like, we're the second favorite. And there's no Sedate Ruler to play spoiler to our party. Safety Link is here. I don't know, man. If we win this, obviously, I'm not going to retire him. So we'll see. I'll do a show bet. I kind of had a feeling like this was going to be a weaker Grade 1 field. That's why I usually like doing this race. It's just kind of an easy Grade 1 to win if you're still trying to get another Grade 1 win before the year ends, since this is literally the last week of December. It's one thing I like about this race. Just kind of, if you have a solid horse that you're confident with, it's kind of a guaranteed win. And again, it helps you if you're trying to go for a title or just pad more G1 wins to your horse's record, which is all I'm trying to do at this point. So, perfect start. Let's go. That's already a great start. And just keep him to the front here. Ah, there's two horses. You're really going to challenge me, huh, bro? Alright, don't be stubborn. Please don't. Alright. Had to get him ahead. Drop him to about here, and this should be perfect. Alright. Look how far ahead we are, man. This actually really works out for us, because if they're running that wide, that far back, it's going to take a lot longer for them to catch up, I'm hoping. And we get to save with this inside trip to the rail. And we don't have to do anything. Those horses really have to work a lot. So I'm hoping this is our race to win, man. This really is. I think we've been doing good with stamina. Had to work him a little bit in that first furlong out of the gates, but I think he settled in quite nicely. The two may try to challenge us. I'm going to keep that at bay. Yeah, the field is really far back. I wonder what they're going to be able to do here. They are really far back, man. Here we go. No Revo. The 4 is coming. The 4 is coming. Oh, I think we're going to hold on. I hope so. We're dropping, though. We're dropping, but I think we're just going to hold on. That was way too much for the field to overcome. And I did exactly what I wanted to do. Get Undercover Agent another Grade 1 win. There's really no Grade 1s that he can run in earlier next year. So I really just want to retire him now. I think that's a good note to send him out on. 3 Grade 1 wins for him. Our first original with 3 Grade 1 wins in this game. That's amazing. In fact, I think he's our only original with multiple Grade 1 wins. So that's a good start. And he's not even the best horse. Keep in mind, he's not even the best that we can create. Yeah, that's awesome, man. I just want to take a funny picture. I think that counts. Undercover Agent, he gets another Grade 1 win under his belt. Like I said, there was no horse in that field I was really worried about. And I think that's a great way to end the year for him and a great way to send him out. So yeah. That's awesome, man. That's so rewarding. Great way to end the year. Undercover Agent's up there for 3-year-old dirts. I'd be surprised if he even got an award. I doubt it. Yeah, like, not happening. Silver Arrow again gets Horse of the Year. Arctic Crop gets Best Sprinter. Silver Arrow, Best Older Horse. Like, whatever, bro. Jockey-wise, nothing for us because we didn't really race that much that year, so that's fine. Red Daisy. Look at her. I mean, she's 4 stars all the way around. Oh, my goodness. Red Daisy. I forgot who her parents were. Is she from... No, she's not from Crimson Art. I think she's still from Best Hunter and somebody else. Red Daisy. Let's, yeah, we'll do something different with her. Let's have her do red and white. Then the ears, we'll just keep those. Red, I suppose. Give her the blinkers. Give her just a white shadow roll. I think red on red is too much. And we'll just give her all white. Red Daisy, there she is. So, look at her stats already. These are already pretty high. I could get her guts up all the way as far as that rating is concerned if I can do well with this training. That's what I was trying to say. Alright, let's see how this goes. Now I'm noticing your horse's stats are already kind of predetermined in this training thing. I just literally noticed it. Those bars and the indicators of how training can help improve that particular stat. I just kind of noticed that, so I'm still learning things about this game, clearly. Ah, shouldn't have missed that, man. Whatever. Ah, it stopped. My analog stick was stopping. That should at least be an 80 or a low, mid 70, whatever. I guess that's okay. Middle of the road. Okay. So that was a pretty solid session. Unica Raging, he's not feeling well, and it's okay, man. You're done. You've won 3 grade 1s as a Gallop Racer Original. I wasn't even expecting you to do that much. We'll replace Only Ocean. I don't even know why I still have him in there, to be honest. And Indian Tiger, I think I'm going to retire him. I don't think I need to keep him in there. I bred with him once. We had Black Minx, who was average. Not anything special. So, Indian Tiger. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and, like, I can't... You just can't remove horses. Okay, well... No worries. I thought I could just get rid of them. I don't need to. Now, as far as... Who was I going to look at? Was I looking at foals? No, I was going to look at, I think... Who am I working with? Red Daisy. Yeah. Okay, Red Daisy, best hunter and away she goes. Alright. So, we've had a horse like her before. She's not the first type from those two. Okay. But she has 4 stars on everything. I'm very curious why she's higher ranked than our other originals from the same parents. You know what I mean? Now we have 2 slots open. And I'm going to keep these 2 open because, again, I want to breed for 2 foals this year. So, this really works out. So, Black Minx, only horse we'll be racing. And, again, there's really not much going on with him. I'm going to save right quick. And we'll get a couple more races in and get to breeding. And that's how we'll end day 28. Yeah, I think we're making good progress. Like I said, we're limited because you can only have 6 horses. If you could have as many in this game as you can with 2004, we'd be much further along. But I'm not worried about that. I think we're fine. Now, what am I doing with the regiment? Just balance? Yeah, balance training seems to kind of like not really work that much. I'll do speed. Stamina's already low. I don't know how much that's going to improve. I'll focus on speed and temper. Speed, temper, guts. Then maybe do balance and speed, temper, guts. I don't know how long I'm going to keep this horse. I don't think there's much potential here. And I doubt it's a late bloomer. We haven't had any of those with these parents. So I would suspect probably another early retirement here. That's fine, though. I'm not worried about that. We can get him in a 7 furlong race, or we can wait. I'd prefer to wait, to be honest. Just to kind of get more time to go past. Alright, let's go to next month. So yeah, I'll try to do 1 or 2 more races with him. I'll do speed training here. And that's the thing, getting higher scores on this manual training will also obviously give your horse a better rating. So it would be nice. I wonder if I should find something that I can always get like 90s or higher on and just stick to those. I don't know. I should be getting excellence with this. Why am I getting goods? Whatever. Yeah, Red Daisy. She should be solid. I don't know what she's gonna be able to do on a grander scale. Okay. That was annoying. Just the thumb, I can't, it's so annoying. I really have to practice that. My thumb is just not, how many times have I gone through this? Like 20 at this point? My thumb is just not used to just doing that consistently. I know it seems so easy. I just can't. You know what? I'm going to do it with like my right thumb. I'm going to do it with my right thumb next time out. Because like, what is really the point in struggling with my left? I can get it going with the left and then just continue it with the right, hopefully. Because as soon as I get there, like, I can stay in rhythm and then my thumb just wants to go in the opposite direction. I'm practicing now. It's so weird, but still a long shot. Yeah, I don't know what Black Minx is going to be able to do. I really don't. Definitely think this will be an early retirement horse. Again, it does sometimes feel weird retiring your originals earlier, but like if you can't really get anything out of them and you're not going to use them for breeding, then what's really the point in continuing to race them, you know? And we've done a lot of experimental breedings, so that's also a thing to keep in mind. So that's why I'm not really like mad if I have to retire a horse early, because I already had low expectations going into it. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to breed these 2 parents. They may be compatible, they may not be. I'm just curious what type of horse we could get. That's what I've really been doing. So it's not like I'm upset if a horse like this doesn't perform well, because I had no expectations with it anyways.
Okay, this is where the race is won.
I don't know what this positioning is going to be. He has plenty of stamina left, but like there's nothing for me to do here. Now, I wonder if this gap is going to stay free. Like Black Minx, he's just going nowhere. I'm really trying with this horse. He just doesn't have the speed, man. Doesn't have the speed. His stamina is not great either, so he's a little bit below average, obviously, but not going to finish in last. That's important, I guess. But yeah, there's really not much to do with Black Minx. Again, we didn't do much training with him. I just didn't trust training the whole time. Again, I didn't have any major expectations with him. Still don't. And I'm kind of looking at a very early retirement. I mean, I could breed for... I could technically breed Crimson Art with all of our brood mares this particular season. We lost Free. Yeah, he's going to be tough to deal with. I don't know if I want to continue to race with him. Yeah, I'll put him in 1 more race before breeding if we can. Yeah, but I don't know if I want to continue to race with him. It could hurt us actually if he's just not a horse I can be in rhythm with. It could hurt us. Now again, with Crimson Art, if I free up space to have 3 horses, they keep recommending speed. I'll continue to do it, but I could retire Black Minx early. Free up 3 spots for 3 foals from Crimson Art. That's very tempting, man. It's very tempting. Now, that means we'll be without a horse for basically a couple of months, but that's fine. We have plenty of money. I'm not really worried about that. It's not like other games where like our money is limited and we need to make sure we're racing consistently to try to earn money. We're not at that point in this game, so I don't feel the need to like... I think we'd be okay not having a horse for a couple of months. They finally gave us a better speed thing to do and we get 82 points. I wish I could get that every time. I can't. Alright. Yeah, Black Minx, I'm going to race him one more time, then I'm going to retire him. I think getting 3 foals with Crimson Art seems a lot better. I'm a little bit more into that idea. Like, sure, I could try to acquire a horse. It ain't Ruler's gone. I knew he would be. And, like, I'm not going to spend money on any of these horses if I really don't want them. Like, Red Daisy, she'll be ready to race here soon. Secret Keeper will be ready next year. I think I'm going to race Black Minx once, retire him, and we're going to breed Crimson Art with most of our brood mares. And we'll get 3 foals that will come from Crimson Art. We'll get a great one with Perfect Partner. We'll try follow her lead, and then the last one between Away She Goes and Ditsy Doo, maybe Ditsy Doo. Yeah, maybe Ditsy. That's my game plan, at least. Better odds here today, but again, I'm kind of over the horsemen. And like I said, I think for the future, it makes more sense to try to get 3 foals from Crimson Art. We know they're going to be different as far as their abilities and their capabilities and their individual skill level, but they should all be above average, well above average, just because of Crimson himself. So I feel like it'll be worth it. That's kind of my game plan. Yep, that is my game plan. And like I said, we'll just stick with 1 horse. We'll be able to get through the years faster because we won't be racing as much. I think that works out for me. So yeah. I've been doing a massive recording session. I've been recording for like 4 hours, maybe, well, 3.5. So this episode was recorded in the same day as episode 27. There's nowhere for me to go here with Black Minx. We are just stuck in a horse sandwich. Now we're going to try to creep through here. Here we go. Okay, we're finding some ground. Alright, let's see what Black Minx can do. Showing some guts here, showing some fight. Not going to catch those horses at the front. Yeah, that's the best we could do, man. Really the best we could do with this horse. It's fine. So like I said, we'll retire him early. Because I don't want to risk losing out on my jockey points and skills trying to make things work with that horse. And that horse is only going to accomplish so much. You know what I mean? It's not worth it. And I'm fine with that. So this horse is an early bloomer, as they always are. I'll do speed again. Might as well. Might as well. I think this is what we did with one of our other originals. Either Ditsy Doo or follow her lead. We pretty much just stuck to speed training, and you see how that worked out for them. So, kind of hoping the same here with Red Daisy. All right. Pretty good. Yep. Ah. Oh my goodness. 74. I said I was going to switch to my right thumb. I felt more confident that I could get that done without doing that. And, well, it cost me. I just wish you'd have to use the analog sticks. That's all. But I guess it needs to be challenging. A new foal is born. This is our first foal from Crimson Art. Look at that beaut. Awesome stuff. And it's a girl. I gotta be honest with you guys. This might be a horse I actually want to name myself. So this is Crimson Art and Perfect Partner, right? It's their first foal. It's a girl. Perfect Art. How about that? Perfect Art. I think that's fitting for her. Because I think she's going to be amazing. Perfect Art. I haven't named any of my originals in like a while, like by myself. So I wanted to do that with her. Hopefully you guys understand. Breeding season has begun. Yeah. We can breed for 3 foals now. Because Black Minx, gotta retire you. It's fine. Early retirement. We have 3 slots now, which means we can breed 3. Or breed for 3 foals. Like I said, we won't have any racing done until probably June with Red Daisy. But I'm fine with that. Because I'm thinking about the future. And I'd rather get 3 originals from Crimson. So let's go to the map. And let's go to the pastures here. So, let's look at our foals before we do that. So, Secret Keeper. Secret Keeper's from Crimson Art and Ditsy Do. So should still be a solid original. Closer and Solo would be nice if it inherited those abilities. Summer Special Silence, yeah. He should be a pretty solid colt. I really am. Perfect Art, the filly. She, by far, will be our best horse to date. Coming from Perfect Partner and Crimson Art. Hopefully she inherits Free and Closer. Yeah, cannot wait to see what she's going to be able to do in 2 years. Let's get to breeding. So like I said, we're going to breed Crimson Art with 3. We'll do... I think... I'm going to do Crimson Art with Perfect Partner again. And... then I'll do Diamond Eye and follow her lead. Have I done Crimson and Ditsy Do? Yeah, that was literally the foal we just looked at. Or no. Perfect Parts. I'm all confused. Sorry, guys. Hold on. Perfect Art is from Crimson Art and Perfect Partner. Secret Keeper is from Crimson Art and Ditsy Do. Okay. So I can do Crimson Art with Follow Her Lead and Diamond Eye. I don't really want to use Away She Goes, to be honest. I forgot. We have Undercover Agent here, too. Duh. Here's what we'll do. Let's do Undercover Agent and Perfect Partner. I need to write these down just so I remember. So I apologize. Because I won't show up until after the foal is born. So we're going to do Undercover plus Perfect Partner. They both have S classification and B eval. So that should be a really strong horse we get from the 2 of them. So Undercover Agent will breed you with Perfect Partner. First time. 6,500 stud fee. Let's do it. Successful. Awesome. And then we'll do Crimson. I can only do 1 pair of mating? Are you kidding me? Is that how this works? There's no way. There's no way. I still have 2 slots. Can you really only breed 1 time in this game? That would be the dumbest thing ever. Wow. You can only breed with the parents. I swore there were seasons where we did breeding like twice. Seriously. Wow. Or maybe do I have to fast forward a week? Hold on. Let me not jump the gun. Let me skip forward a week. Maybe that's what I have to do. I hope. Let's see. No, you can only... That's so weird. You can literally only breed once with 1 pair. I swore we did breeding with like 2. And we have plenty of space. That's why I'm confused. We still have 2 slots. Wow. Mating complete. Well, that's disappointing. We have 2 slots left open. Well, Well then, I still don't really feel the need to buy another horse unless it's totally a horse that I want. So, like, that's disappointing. Why are you not able to breed more than once? That's like the goofiest thing ever. I'm not mad about retiring Black Minx. That horse just clearly wasn't going to be a good racehorse. But it's annoying that I can't breed multiple times. Like, that's so stupid to me. And I swore we did breed twice one year. Like, I'm really confused. But I guess you just can't do it. I'm going to check it one last time. But clearly you can only breed once. That's really, really, really stupid. That's really stupid to me, man. Huh. So you really only need to keep one slot open for, like, your originals then. Like, one empty slot. Let's just fast forward to next month since we can't do anything here. I'll do more speed training with Red Daisy. I've committed to it. I'll stick to it. But at least we're getting Undercover Agent and Perfect Partner. Undercover Agent did well enough with 3 grade 1s to make himself an S classification breeding horse, breeding stud. So I'm excited for their foal as well, man. That should be great. Hopefully that foal inherits that same ability. Second Wind, was it? I think. If that foal can inherit Second Wind and race like how Undercover Agent raced, that'll be glorious. Really will. Hoping the foal inherits the speed from the mother as well. What? I hesitated. Okay. I was going to try to use my right thumb. That doesn't work. We're still getting 70s. I don't even know how. Yeah, I was going to try to use my right thumb. I couldn't get it over there in time. Oh, what a goofy guy I am, man. Seriously. Only I would do stuff like that. But we're getting good results. So guys, that was going to do it for, again, another episode. I think we're accomplishing what we need to. I'm really just waiting for us to get to the point where Crimson Arts foals can start racing, and we can start using them as well to create and breed for better foals. We're getting there slowly but surely. Disappointed that you can only breed once. That's really, really stupid to me. Especially if you have the space. Like, it shouldn't limit you. I think that's stupid. You know, like, I can't do anything with these horses. They're just going to stay here. I was going to try Crimson Art again, which means next year I'll do Crimson Art, and I don't know who to breed them with next year. Have I tried with Follow Her Lead yet? I've done Ditsy Do and Perfect Partner. I don't think I've tried Follow Her Lead. What is his best stat? A's and B's primarily. She has a lot of E's. She has C's and D's. Ditsy Do. Diamond Eye and then Perfect Partner. I didn't realize Perfect Partner had a couple of D ranks, but her speed is amazing. Like, I kind of want that speed on a lot of our horses. And her stamina is D. Who has the best stamina out of the brood mares? They all have E stamina. That's a problem. I do want a horse with better stamina for the longer distance races that we'll need. Especially some of those big G1s that I want to run in. We need better stamina, so maybe I should look for a horse. I need to look for a filly with good stamina. If I can even find one, and just colts here. Alright. Guess we'll have to wait. I will go ahead and just fast forward a month. But like I said, this will be it for the episode. Appreciate you guys' love and support on the channel. Next time we come back, Red Daisy, she'll be ready to run with us. In fact, we'll just go ahead and do one more speed training with her at the end of the video. And then, like I said, next episode, we will, we'll continue to look for a filly with with solid stamina. So we can use her to replace one of the other brood mares, because they all have bad stamina. That's why my originals have all had bad stamina. So, definitely going to have to get a better brood mare in there. Hoping to get a broodmare with stamina at least like at a B. Because all the current ones have D and E rank stamina ratings. That's way too low for what I want. And I feel like that will hurt us. What? What? Are you kidding me? Well, at least I got that right, but I missed those other ones. Ah, whatever. Did the best I could. No pressure. Alright. Well. Who cares what you think? Okay, so average stats. She's not a front runner, finally. 7 to 12 furlongs, wide distance. She can't run on the turf, but her preference is dirt. Stamina, again, 43. Her stats are pretty similar to what we've had across most of our originals. Like, nothing special. But I'm excited we have her here. She does have strong heart, which is good. And she doesn't have to run in the front. That's actually really good. She's the first original we've had in a while, outside of Black Minx, that doesn't have to run in the front. So, I'm actually going to start her off in, like, well, we'll get her ready for this 6 furlong and then see how she does. But yeah, it's good that she doesn't have to be leading. So, if we can find a way to make that work for her, she could be okay. She's from Best Hunter and away she goes. She's still going to be pretty average at best. So really no expectations with her. We'll just try to get decent results. That's my goal, since she'll be the only horse we have until I can find a filly. A filly with good stamina. There's just no horses available for us, man. Just colts, and I don't need another colt. I need a filly that I can retire as a broodmare with good stamina. That'll really start to help, so I'll have to be patient. But again, that'll do it for this episode. Appreciate you guys loving the support on the channel. As always, until next time, Horse Racing Gamer signing out. I hope you all have a great and fantastic day. I'll see you later.